ground running in week 1. According to Adam Schefter, Jerry was right about Zeke staying in shape. Zeke has been working out in Cabo while missing camp, and apparently it's showing. His weight is reportedly down in the low 220s, which would be his lowest weight since entering the league. Zeke was 228 last season. Rob, do you think Zeke is going to be back with the Cowboys in week 1?
I'm not convinced. I mean, I don't understand. Jerry has the money. He knows how important Ezekiel Elliott is. Ezekiel's been real strong on, I'm not playing, I'll sit out, whatever I got to do to get paid, and I get it. The CBA doesn't work for running backs in this league. He's not going to be one of these guys who gets used up and then, or maybe gets hurt, doesn't get paid. This guy has led the league in rushing a couple years. They've won 2 out of 3 division in the NFC East. All this stuff is all laid out for Jerry Jones, who's been dying to win another championship, right? He's won a handful of playoff games in 25 years since he took control of, because, you know, he runs the Cowboys like a mom and pop store. Hey, open up the cash register and pay Ezekiel Elliott right now. Stop with the game. Stop with him being in Cabo. Get him in camp. Pay this guy. And that's why you're playing chicken. I believe Jerry Jones thinks this is Emmitt Smith part 2. He's looking at the schedule saying, Greg, I got 2 or 3 easy games to start the season. I'll make this kid sweat. We'll go 2-0 or 2-1 or 3-0 to start the season, and he'll be knocking on my door about coming back. And I think he's playing a dangerous game. That's why I don't believe Jerry has any incentive. If he was playing 3 tough teams to start the season and he could start the season realistically 0-3, this would be over. He's trying to roll the dice and play a game that could wind up burning Jerry Jones and the Cowboys. I don't understand. Pay people who produce, and that's what he's done.
Pay him what, the Le'Veon Bell money or the Todd Gurley money?
Pay that guy what he deserves.
Okay.
And whatever that is, you got to figure it out.
Okay.
You got yachts, you got plenty of money. It's not like the Cowboys don't have money to pay.
Greg Jennings, will Ezekiel Elliott be there in week 1 against the rival New York Giants?
Ezekiel Elliott will be present week 1 with the Dallas Cowboys.
Can I get some chicken wings on this?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All flat.
All for the reasons you mentioned. Because Jerry Jones has the money. Because he said earlier, when has he never gotten a deal done? And then he understands what is before them. The opportunity that lies in front of them is too great. There is too big of a risk to not have Ezekiel Elliott in the lineup come week 1. You throw out these first 3 games with the Giants and the Redskins and the Dolphins. The Dolphins, let's throw them out. Let's start with the first 2 games. These are division games. I don't care what the record of either of these teams were last year, what their roster configuration is. It's a division game. This is a well-known opponent. You know you need your full roster to go against teams like this. So to give me this, oh, Jerry Jones is okay with starting without Ezekiel Elliott, no, he is not. He's been down this road before. Another point you made, this is Emmitt Smith part 2.0. So he has been down this road, and you know what happened then? It backfired on him.
He rolled the dice.
He rolled it, and then he rolled up his sleeves and initially rolled them sleeves right back down. You know what he said that strikes me? Remember the statement he made about an educated man or not bleeding out? This is an educated man. He's letting us know, look, I've been educated in this before with this same position, with the same status type player who we really ran our offense through. So I'm not going to be uneducated and not get this man in here when I need him in here. Right now, he wasn't going to play in the preseason anyway. He wasn't going to get any preseason snaps. That's what we do now. That's what we see with these running backs, with these top players, even receivers, skill guys. So we're not concerned about that. Is he concerned? Is he trying to make sure that he stays in shape? Would he like for him to be visible so he can lay his eyes on him? Yes. But week 1, Ezekiel Elliott will be in that Dallas Cowboy helmet week 1.
So I looked at the calendar, 23 days until the season opener. And I always look for the story behind the story, okay? Let's think about this normally. Why would this story come out right now? Why would Zeke's agent be putting this out with a long time to go before week 1? My theory is because Ezekiel Elliott's not getting what he wants from Jerry Jones. Jerry's holding firm. I think Rob Parker's correct here. I don't think Jerry's going to pay him. I think Zeke's holding out, and that's why his agent's putting out, oh, you're not going to give us your money? Zeke's in the best shape he's ever been in his career. And I think Zeke right now is on the losing end of the negotiations, and I think Jerry Jones is botching this badly, Greg Jennings. You can shake your head all you want. Jerry Jones, he is a shrewd businessman, but Greg, I'm telling you, I think Jerry botches this. He's not seeing the forest through the trees. Those first 3 games are cake. Have you looked at the schedule after that? The next 4 games are brutal. They could be 3 and 4. You could be setting up, I'm telling you.
And instead, you could wind up with a wild card rather than winning the division.
I don't know that they're a playoff team without Zeke Elliott.
Let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. Although Jerry Jones is a shrewd businessman, he understands, like as you mentioned, what's at stake here. And he understands the caliber player that he does not have on his football team present in training camp right now. Week 1, when you have an opportunity to do something special, and the Dallas Cowboys has that opportunity that lies before them to do something special, you want to give your guys the best possible chance to exercise all of that. Meaning, if I have a Dak Prescott and I haven't seen him have success without this guy in the backfield, why would I start the season without him in the backfield when I can ultimately get him there?
Because you have an ego and you think, I'm running this. This is my team. I'm not going to let...
He can still have his ego.
But that's what it is.
His ego will be stroked when Ezekiel Elliott is back there and is proven that... I'm not saying he has to pay him Todd Gurley money.
He wouldn't even pay Emmitt Smith at the time when they had all those great players and they had a chance to make a run, which they wound up doing.
They won the Super Bowl when Emmitt came back. But wait, you said he's not going to pay him Gurley money. Well, then Zeke ain't coming. Ezekiel Elliott knows his worth. And as we talked about with Reggie Bush yesterday here, these running backs have a short shelf life. Ezekiel Elliott's not putting his neck on the line. Le'Veon Bell last year, he sat out the whole damn season. I mean, Zeke has 2 years left.
I think the running backs saw what happened, and they all realized this CBA doesn't work for us. I'm going to get my money. I'm not going to let them burn me out and not get paid again. And I think that's why I think I'm with you. Ezekiel Elliott is serious. I can see him like saying, I'm not going to do it unless you pay me.
And I understand where Zeke's coming from. I think we're on the same page here, Jennings. I hate that we're ganging up.
You understand where Zeke's coming from?
Yeah. Ezekiel Elliott wants that money. He sees all this talk about Dak Prescott, who we agree. We all agree. Dak is not the most important player on this offense. It's Ezekiel Elliott. And they're talking about giving Dak 30 to 40 million?
But you can't see, this is no, you don't understand it then. Because you can't cross look at a quarterback position where their market has been set. This is not Ezekiel Elliott versus Dak Prescott issue.
But Zeke is proven. Dak is not.
It doesn't matter. My point is the market is set for quarterbacks, and the market is what it is for running backs. So this has nothing to do with Dak Prescott.
It seems like it's a harder deal to get done because it's easier with Dak because of where the market is set, and you kind of feel like, am I right? And the running back, it's all over the place, right? The Rams did Gurley with the big money, so people look at that. Then the Jets with Le'Veon Bell was less.
Melvin Gordon
are saying Melvin Gordon's holding out. So this is why this is a little more difficult because of what Ezekiel Elliott thinks he's worth.
So if Dak is so easy, why isn't that done?
Because they don't have to do it until next year. They can still wait.
They can tag him.
And he's present.
Right.
He's
not holding out.
He's not holding out.
Right. So there's no dire emergency.
I don't believe that Ezekiel Elliott is going to top Todd Gurley. I do not believe that.
So does that mean that he's going to come back and go
But I do believe he will be back in and sign a contract that is higher than what Le'Veon Bell said. Le'Veon Bell did the running backs a disservice by signing his deal less than what Todd Gurley got. Obviously, I don't believe there was anyone out there that would have paid him more than Todd Gurley because he did sit out a year and had a year out of football. So you're not going to pay a guy where you have a guy like Todd Gurley who's proven to do this consistently year after year and he's not sitting out. So Ezekiel Elliott, he can want to sit out all he wants, but he's not going to get more than Todd Gurley. And if he does, congratulations.
Well, I mean, you
don't
saw
see
what
it
happened. Gurley got his big deal, then he got hurt. All right, Devonta
that's
Freeman
just
got his.
football.
No,
Come
no,
on,
Devonta
you
Freeman.
can't-
No,
you
this
can't
is
do
what
that.
I'm giving you the Jerry Jones argument. Devonta Freeman got paid week 1 of the next season, injured out. These running backs, all the guys that got the top money, all the top running backs, they get hurt. Running backs, they say they're replaceable. I'm telling you, this is what Jerry Jones.
Quarterbacks get hurt. Did Jimmy Garoppolo get hurt?
Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt.
Okay, people get hurt in the NFL. Stop. You can't just say running back.
I mean, the
Jimmy
numbers.
Did he get Nike a big contract? He got hurt.
Exactly.
Come on now. Stop. You can't just say running
You're
back.
comparing a running back to a quarterback. A
All I'm
quarterback's
saying is-
shelf life is 15,
Look,
16
But people
years.
get hurt is my
Jason,
Running backs are
let me
7, 8
explain, let me
years
explain
tops.
to you how the National Football League works.
Please explain,
This
Greg.
is why money is not guaranteed, because they understand the risk of injury. This is why there's hesitation and apprehension on the side of those who are going to be handing and dishing
reason-
out
the
money.
Which
reason
is
is
why Zeke's not going to show up in week 1. You're arguing for us.
No, I'm not arguing for you. You're making it seem like these owners and those who are handing out this money and these contracts don't understand the risk of, if we pay them, they can still potentially get hurt. It's a part of the game. But can you live with it? Can we still be successful even if that risk actually happens? Even if that happens, that someone gets hurt, it happens every single year.
To running backs, more than any other position that matters on the skills. Greg, I'm sorry. I feel bad
you would
doing
know.
that. But you're incorrect here. All right, Lamar Jackson was fun.